a couple of weeks ago, rapper PnB Rock was robbed and killed at Roscoe's House Chicken and Waffles on Manchester, Maine, here in Los Angeles. Um, Internet has been on fire about it. Various different conversations about how to move when you come in other people's towns, this, that, and the third. Not only have they identified the alleged suspects in the murder robbery, but it turns out that it is not only a man and his wife, but also the minor son who apparently was arrested first. The father, whose name I'm not going to be mentioning here because he's wanted, has been reported as an alleged member of a particular street gang from Los Angeles. So the dad was about that life. The son, who was a teenager who hasn't been identified, but who has been identified as the actual shooter, was about that life. And apparently, the stepmother, new wife or whatever, she was about that life. The thing is how about that life do we want our kids to be? You know, I was recently in a conversation with one of my homeboys. He was talking about my 21-year-old. My 21-year-old son, shout out to Kerry Mack, out there doing his thing, trying to find himself. You know what I'm saying? And they got to bump his head, you know what I'm saying? And go through whatever shit you got to go through to develop who you're going to be as an adult. And, you know, I can't do nothing but let him go through that because, shit, I'm still finding my way. But my homeboy was like, yeah, nigga, you out of line because you got all this game. You've been in these streets all these years. You should be thugging it out with your little dude, right? And I'm like, dude, you got me fucked up. The last thing that I want is for any of my sons, right, to be following in the footsteps of the bullshit ass life that I done led, right? It hasn't amounted to anything. I'm not, you know, sitting up on no hill rich, and, you know, I don't even have a proper retirement plan. You know what I'm saying? So my life is not nothing to be aspired to. So it kills me, even though I know that we living in times where, you know, the thirst is real, especially out here in Los Angeles, right? We passed the pandemic. Ain't no more free money. All the scamming money that was worth thousands and thousands of dollars is pretty much over with, you know, and cats is trying to get, you know, they're trying to get it, you know, by whatever means necessary. But for you to be putting your kid in a position where, you know, they really trying to execute, you know what I'm saying, a lick with you, like the whole family. Y'all on some Bonnie, Clyde, and Bam Bam type shit, right? And then for the son to be, you know, the actual shooter, like this ain't, you know, back in the days when kids used to get arrested for some shit and you go to juvenile hall and be out in 30 days. Nah, your ass go to the penitentiary just like everybody else. So I just think that it's kind of a shame that circumstances that we, you know, that we kind of live in right now, it's led up to such a thing. Like I said before in another podcast, I understand the thirst that drives, you know, the wolves to come out, especially when you're walking around with pork chop necklace on or whatever. It's not no justification, but I understand it. What I don't understand is going on licks with your kids, man. That shit is just not, it's not the business.